This is English for Daily Living, a program geared towards helping non-native speakers of English develop their listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills.
Welcome to another edition of English for Daily Living. English for Daily Living with me, Dwight Michael Berrett, and I'm delighted for another opportunity to be here once again. We have been looking at the topic, talking about your job. Talking about your job. Remember that from last week's edition. And one of the key questions was, where do you work? What do you do was another question. What do you do for a living? What is your occupation? So when we're talking about our job, we look at some vocabulary. Remember some of the vocabulary in relation to our job. Some of the words, we had things like teacher. We also had doctor. We also had a farmer. We had a scientist. We spoke of a builder. We also had an actor. We had a waiter. These are just a few, just to mention a few. And so these are the jobs or the occupation. Okay, and now we also spoke about the place of work, where you work, place of work. So a teacher, scientist, and so on, actor, waiter, a teacher would work at a school. A doctor would be at a hospital. A farmer would be in the field, right? A scientist would be in a lab, a laboratory. A builder would be on a construction site. You know, an actor would be in a theater. And a waiter would be at a restaurant. So these are the places of work, just to mention a few. That was last week's edition. So the key question, where do you work? Where do you work? Here's that word, that buzzword, work. What do you do? Where do you work? So we have, where do you work? The language that we're looking at. Where do you work? The verb to work, giving information about your job. Where you work and what do you do? So let's look at this work, this verb work. Today we're going to look at these expressions. We have the verb to work, talking about your job. Now, what do you do? Look at this. Where do you work? You can say, I work. Okay. The verb to work in the present tense. To work, present tense. I work, you work, he or she works. That S. Third person, singular, a singular subject takes a singular verb. We work. You work. and they work. All right, now watch this. Here's our key expression for today. As we talk about our jobs, where do you work? We have the expression working in, the key language today. Work in, our key language. Work in. Look at this preposition. Work in. So we're looking at working in or working on, work on. Okay? Or we can say work at. These are some of the prepositions that can accompany this verb work. Work in, work on, work at, or work with. We can also have work for. Whom do you work for? Okay? So let's talk about work. Working. Let's look at the first one. Work in. The doctor. We spoke of the doctor. And we had pictures of doctor. The doctor, what do you do? Where do you work? Okay, your occupation, you say, I am a doctor. I am a doctor. I am a doctor. Okay. I work in a hospital. I work in a hospital. Okay, that can go. That's possible. I work in a hospital. I'm a doctor. Now we can say I work at a hospital. I work at the hospital, at the JNF hospital. At the JNF. So we have this preposition here. Hospital. We are specific now. At the. I work with. Losing the preposition with. I work with nurses, etc. I'm a doctor. I work with nurses. I work with patients. Well, you work. Let's keep it at this. Let's work with nurses. Okay. All right. So we have one preposition, another one with. We have at. We have in. I work for. I work for. The preposition for. I work for the government. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis. SKN, St. Kitts and Nevis. I work for the government. So, by the way, we have, with our verb work, we have used 4 different prepositions. In, work at, work with, work for. Isn't that lovely? Wonderful. Wonderful. So, the question is, we're going to write sentences to describe where persons work, what persons do, and where they work. Work with, I work. Let's go with the first one, working in. All right. For example, let's switch it now. I am let's see, I am a, what can I say? I am a chef. I am a chef. I am a chef. Okay, you are a chef? A chef. I work. If you're a chef, where do you work? I work. Okay, it's possible. We can have this possibility. I work in a restaurant. That's possible, isn't it? I work in a restaurant. Okay, if you want to be specific, we can say I work at the, and you can name the restaurant. The fast food restaurant, or the Weeks restaurant, the Johnson restaurant. I work at the sweet food restaurant, right? Sweet tasting restaurant. I work with chefs. So you're a chef you work with. You know, you have the your cooks, your butlers, and so on. I work with a large staff. Anything can go. Just using the different, changing your prepositions. A large staff, or excellent, with excellent other excellent chefs. I work for weeks and weeks enterprises, right? That's what we do when we're just switching our different prepositions with our verb work. Okay, let's so for example, you have Leroy. Leroy is a mechanic. So I'm gonna put here now. We're gonna put some you're gonna fill in the gaps with the missing words that we've spoken about. So let's give some cues. We have number 1, Matt. We have mechanic. And we have cars. Number 2, I have Adia. And then I have a vet. And then I have over here animals. 3, I have Shakil. And then we have judge, this is occupation. And then we have over here people. Okay. I have Chloe. And then I have a nurse. And then I have patience. One more, final one. I have okay, Max, an actor, and I have here no, let's not say actor. We can say something like perhaps let's see okay, I want to put some with other okay, farmer, okay, plants, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, we want to say the sentences aloud. We're going to fill in the gaps. Fill in the gaps. We're talking about the occupation, and we are talking about the using an appropriate preposition. Okay? So let's look at the first one as we wrap up today's edition. Matt and his mechanic. He works with cars. Okay, it's a car right there. Right. So, Matt, mechanic and cars. Matt, what do we say? Matt is a mechanic. Okay. Or Matt, yes, Matt is a mechanic, or he works as a mechanic. He is a mechanic, and he works, and we have cars over here with our preposition, he works with cars. Okay, so we have filled in here what he works with. Okay, let's give you a minute to look at the next one. Adia, vet and animals. Adia, vet and animals. Adia, remember the verb to be? The parts of the verb to be. We have am, is, we have are. Okay, I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, you are, they are. So Adia is. Adia is a vet, veterinarian, full stop. She, Adia, she, feminine. She, Adia is a girl, right? She works with, not for, but with. She works with animals. How about that? Shakil, number 3. Shakil, judge and people. So Shakil is a judge. He, Shakil, masculine, a boy, a young man, we know very well. He works with people. He works with people. He works for people. He works with. All right, working with. Looking at working with. The expression is working. We're using work with the preposition with. Chloe is a nurse. Chloe is a girl. Chloe is a girl. Chloe, she works with patients. Max is a boy. Max is a farmer. Full stop. He works with plants. He works with. All right. So we just had some fun with the expression, the verb work, using the expression with, the preposition with, not for, not in, not at, not to, but with. Work with. All right. So that's basically what we focus here, or focuses for today. I want to thank you very much for your attention in today's edition of English for Daily Living, and I look forward to coming your way again next time with another edition. Until then, I'm Michael Berridge saying, I'm out of here.
You've been viewing English for Daily Living, a program geared towards helping non-native speakers of English develop their listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Hope that you did learn something on today's edition. Look forward to seeing you next time on English for Daily Living. Bye-bye.